I'm very susceptible to advertising. By the way, this is how I'm going to get myself to stop touching the microphone when I'm recording because I kept touching the microphone and then there was some audio feedback in the last video. I am very susceptible to advertising. So when I got a bunch of ads for this bread that's supposed to be low calorie and low carbohydrate, I kind of really wanted to try it because, I got the targeted ad more than 3 times. And at that point, it was basically tattooed to the inside of my brain. I just got it in the mail today. I think it cost $63, including shipping, because they charge you for shipping. But to be fair, it's really fast. For 4 loaves of bread. I think $13 of that was just shipping, or maybe eight, I don't know, whatever. So basically, I think I ordered it either on Thursday or Friday, and then it got here on the following Monday. So in this case, I'll say that the charge for shipping is justified. It's Royo. I don't know if y'all have been getting targeted ads about that or not, but I thought we'd be able to unbox it together. I brought it up the stairs already, and so far, I will say my first impression is that the box is a lot heavier than I anticipated. So we'll see. All right, my beautiful friends. So I ordered the whatever, I don't know, it's like starter pack or something. It cannot be starter pack. That's a weird name for it. Maybe variety pack. Hang on. I ordered, nope, it just says the name of the individual items. Okay, so that's unhelpful. Okay, whatever it was that I ordered, it came with 4 containers of bread. Okay, so this is the everything bagels. This is what I'm the most excited for. 80 calories, 10 grams of protein, so that's nice. And then these are the plain bagels. They are 70 calories and 9 grams of protein each. And then there is this one, which I think looks the most depressing. It's the Royo artisan bread. And these are 30 calories each and 3 grams of protein. And then finally, this seems to be the most contentious item if you read the Royo reviews online. And it is the cinnamon raisin bagels, which are 70 calories and 9 grams of protein each. To start with, I think I'll go with what I'm most excited for, and then maybe also one of these, but I've had like 2 ice cream cones today, so I'm already a little bit tight on calories. So we'll see how that goes. So obviously I was kind of groping the box to get it up here, so I've washed my hands. But I did want to show you guys the size of the bagels. I will add that I'm 5'11". I don't know, can you tell from my relation to this refrigerator? So I'm pretty tall as a woman, and subsequently I have pretty large hands. Not the sexiest thing about me, but there it is. Fun story, every single time I would be dating a guy and they would realize that our hands were almost the same size, and they would remark on the size of my hands, I always would like act surprised, like, oh my gosh, no way, I have big hands. That's so crazy. I've never noticed, but I've known the whole time. I was like self-conscious about it for a while, but not anymore. What are you going to do? There's no hands in smallening surgery as far as I know. So yeah, let's take a look at one of the bagels. Okie dokie. It smells of artificial sweetener and like garlic, but not like real garlic. Like if there was a LaCroix version of garlic, but for the smell, that's what it, like faintly of garlic, like maybe not root, I don't know. But then yeah, definitely an artificial sweetener smell. My sense of smell is stronger than most people's, so I don't imagine the smell would bother most people. Okay, this is my gigantic palm, and then this is the size of the bagel, and that is just 80 calories. So that's pretty freaking huge, in my humble opinion. Okay, so I'm gonna turn on my toaster oven. And it looks like the bagels are not pre-cut in half, so I will have to cut it in half myself. I don't know if that goes into your bagel calculations as to whether $53 is a smart investment into 4 bags of bread or not, but there you go. It has been done. Okay, to the toaster oven we go. I'm just back from turning on the toaster oven, and my like fingies are real sticky. I don't know. That's weird to me. I don't think, is that weird? It feels weird. I forgot to actually turn on the toaster oven. And also I use a convection oven. So while my beautiful friend is toasting away and becoming his most delicious tanned self, I'm going to grab some yogurt or something. I don't really have anything that goes on bagels. This was kind of an impulse purchase. So I believe I have some Faya yogurt, which I love plain. So that's probably what I'm going to put on there. I have very, very sloppily, I keep forgetting that the microphone's here. I have very sloppily and quickly made gyro must, which is like literally the exact same thing as tzatziki sauce. So I really like it. We'll see how it goes. Also, I toasted the bread at whatever the toast setting is on my convection oven, which I believe is 4 minutes. And then I don't know how at temperature it is, but hopefully that doesn't screw us up. I keep sneezing because I use black pepper and the gyro must, and some must have made its way into my brain. So here's our friend now. Here is his hat. Right there. Okay, let's try the sauce. Okay, in the aftermath of how many ice creams I've eaten, I don't really feel right having more snack calories right now. That's kind of what it looks like right now. Kind of dry, but pretty good. The texture is not as dense as some other like health breads, like Dave's Killer Bread. I don't know if you guys have ever had that, but I do not like that bread. I don't know. I'm not blown away. Like I don't know what I was expecting, but yeah, let's try the cinnamon raisin one. So I was just taking a moment to individually wrap the bagels so I could freeze them because I'm not going to eat like 6 million bagels this week. And I noticed something interesting, which is that the on the everything bagel, the sparing of the toppings is not equivalent. I don't even know that. I don't think that made sense. But basically, the same amount of topping is not on all of the bagels. Let me show you what I mean. I mean, this guy's basically nude, you know? Oh, also, there's 6 bagels per package. Again, if you're doing bagel math. There were some people online who said that their bagels had mold on them after they froze them. Um, I don't know if they froze them like this, but that is the correct way to freeze baked goods in my experience, which is limited. But yeah, so you wrap them all individually in saran wrap and then you put them all in a bag, which is seemingly wasteful. But I will say, my husband and I have been together for 6 years, and he had this Costco sized thing of saran wrap before we met, and I'm still using the same thing. So, you know, so I had a quarter of that bagel with some yogurt. It was like probably 40 calories total. A little bit surprising when you think about it that way, right? Especially if you're a volume eater, which I am. I don't know, food for thought. I still don't have anything to put on these bagels, and I don't know what people eat on a cinnamon raisin bagel. So I'm just gonna do maybe faye and like a little bit of cocoa powder or cacao powder. I don't know, whatever powder. Okay, so here is the cinnamon raisin bagel again. That one smells a lot better. It does smell like cinnamon, like faintly of cinnamon and of raisins, but very, very faintly. Yeah, this one smells a lot. I think maybe because that like faux sweet smell kind of goes with the gestalt more of this bagel, but this one smells a lot less offensive than the last one. Okay, so I added some Truvia, by the way, which is the stevia sweetener. So that's the cocoa and the yogurt. I don't know if it's going to focus. There we go. So that's that. That is going to be for the sweet bagel. So I use the same toast setting on my convection oven. And I will say this one feels a little bit more hardened, like I maybe convection ovened it for too long. So just if you don't own it or whatever, I guess even if you do, it'd be applicable. You can't use the same amount of heat for both of the bagels. So just something to keep in mind. That's what it looks like. And that's also what it would look like if I had a bagel for a head, but I have a regular head. I think that's really good. But I don't know if it's because of the artisan schmear I've created, or if it's just that this bagel is better. Okay, so I'm just gonna try it without anything. I definitely still get a hint of cinnamon and raisin. So I don't know. I guess I don't know what people were expecting for a 70-calorie bagel, but I feel like this is pretty good. And because I toasted it a little bit longer, it has this like really nice crunch, but then well, I didn't toast it longer, but because it toasted more rapidly than the other one, it has this really nice crunch on the outside, but then you still get that like sinking your teeth into soft bread feeling, so the crust and then the bread underneath. So I really like that one a lot better than the everything bagel. Um, my husband is at the gym, so I was going to ambush him when he comes back to try some. So I'll keep you updated on how that goes. Well, I guess until he comes, we can try freezing the other bags together, which is going to necessitate smelling the other bags. So this is the artisan bread. Yeah, and again, it's that like faux sweet smell, which I don't like. Like it smells like bread would smell in the metaverse, not like it smells like someone had a dream about white bread, and then in the dream this is what it smelled like. I don't know, I mean, like honestly, I'm not that picky of a eater. Even though it's not my favorite, like for 60 calories, I could have enough bread to make a sandwich. So I think if you're maybe a quantity eater, not a quality eater, I would recommend. And then I froze these little guys two together because I assume we would want to eat two at a time. And also, it seemed like a lot of work to wrap them one at a time. So that's where we're at. And then lastly, we have the plain bagels. These actually smell a little bit sweeter. No yeasty smell, which is what I like about bread. But I also like don't love American bread, cake bread. So I don't know to what extent it's just them trying to simulate that smell. Okay, and then here are the plain bagels all packaged up. Which kind of makes me okay. I'm not a huge bread eater because I have a gluten intolerance. But it does make me think like this is a large amount of bread. So for me, even though it was $53, I feel like the price is justified for 4 loaves of bread that is not traditionally made. It's made by a small company and they shipped it to me. So I looked at the slip. It said I ordered it on the 6th and today is the 10th. So I got it, and that included a weekend. So I don't think the price is astronomical by any measure. I don't know if you guys are like used to buying like health conscious foods, but the price tag is kind of par for the course. And I really do feel like you're getting a large volume of bread for the cost. I think like the other thing is that you have to kind of be realistic with yourself about what kind of a consumer you are. I personally would rather eat something that's slightly lower quality if I get to eat more of it. I don't know what that says about my personal pathology. But then my husband, for example, likes the finer things in life. He's a real fancy lad. So he would rather just eat bread less frequently if he's trying to lose weight or whatever at the time, if it means he can have higher quality bread. So you just have to know what kind of consumer you are. You know what I mean? Which is more important to you. If you're like me and you would just rather be able to eat more bread for less calories, I do think this is actually like a great product. I'm not blown away by it, but I mean, there's only so much the company can accomplish. It's not like they can reinvent thermodynamics or volumetrics or like come up with some new magical ingredient that has everything I'm looking for in a low calorie food. And for what they have done, I'm pretty impressed, honestly. I'm still waiting for my husband to come back from the gym, and I don't think he's going to be impressed with what I've done with the kitchen. So, so I'm going to go clean up. Okay, so my husband is back from the gym, and I'm retoasting the breads. I should have really just only toasted half of them when I was trying them. So that's a factor in the experiment that we need to be conscientious of as little scientists. Okay, so he's going to be trying the breads with the same artisan ethnic woman made schmears that I did. So we'll see what he thinks of that and also the bread. Okay, so he is about to try the artisan toast first. It's the butt of the bread. And what do you think? He's right behind the camera.
It's dry.
Would you say it's more dry than Dave's killer bread?
I'm not dead yet, so I
Okay.
haven't choked. I guess it's less dry than
that.
yeah.
That's actually what I said too. So, a fun fact: one time, both of us almost choked to death on Dave's killer bread while we were driving because we ate some while we were driving. So it really was almost a killer bread. Okay, he's going for the cinnamon raisin, and babe, and the yogurt. I have the stevia with some cocoa, and it's just the 95 yogurt, the 0% fat.
Okay.
And what do you think?
I like that.
You like that one?
Yeah, I can't tell if it's just the spread that I like or the bread, so I'm gonna try a piece without any.
Do you want to know what's funny? I said the exact same thing.
Really?
Yeah.
Great minds.
Wait, do you know the full quote? It's great minds think alike, but idiots hardly differ. So insulting.
Okay. So we could be idiots too.
Exactly.
Right.
What do you think of just the plain bread?
It's good. I really like raisin bread.
So I've never had cinnamon raisin bagels. Would you say this is a good facsimile of the experience of eating a cinnamon raisin bagel?
I haven't had a cinnamon raisin bagel either, so
Okay.
couldn't tell you.
But
I've had lots of the sun-made raisin bread.
uh-huh.
Lots of that.
Uh-huh.
It's not as good as that,
Uh-huh.
but it's still pretty good.
Okay. All right, we'll take it.
And then I'll try this other one.
Okay, and so that's just like the must on there. And this is the everything bagel for audience at home.
Okay, that I really like.
Okay.
I don't know if it's the must or the bread. So.
Okay, now he's going for the plain bagel by itself.
Swallowing.
Which is hard because it's dry.
Yeah, the bagel by itself is pretty good too.
Okay, interesting. So how much would you say? Here, let me show you the size of each bagel. And then I want you to say how many calories you think each bagel is. I have written the calorie information right on the bag, so you're going to have to look away from the bag. Okay? All right.
Sure. I'll pretend it's not there.
No, I'm going to actually take it out. So you got to look away while I take it out of the freezer.
Okay.
Okay. So he looked away while I was grabbing the bags. Okay. So this is about the size of the cinnamon raisin, if you want to hold it. And then...
I'm guessing calories?
No, yeah, but hang on. And then this is the everything. That's about how big it is.
Okay.
So how many calories would you say they are?
140.
Do you feel like a contestant on The Price is Right?
And 150 respectively.
Okay. Well, I don't know how much. I think bagels are about 220 each, by the way, like a plain bagel.
Okay, I didn't know. I didn't have a frame of reference.
But... I know, yeah. I'll double check because I'm recording on my phone and I have my laptop over here. But the cinnamon raisin was 70 calories for the whole bagel. And then the everything bagel is 80 calories. And then, so this one has 10 grams of protein per bagel. And then the cinnamon raisin has 9 grams of protein per bagel. Does that change how you feel about the bagels?
Yeah. I mean, I was about twice as much as what they actually are.
Are you more impressed, would you say?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so too. There were a lot of complaints about the cinnamon raisin bagel from people online in the reviews, and they were saying, well, it hardly smells of cinnamon or there's no raisins or whatever. But I kind of was like, well, what are you expecting? It's a low-calorie bagel. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I will say visually, I find the cinnamon raisin bagel unimpressive. You would expect to see maybe some raisins or
something,
little swirls of cinnamon, some kind of indicator of what it is. It looks very much like just a...
So your complaint is that there's not enough artistry in the appearance of the bread.
Yeah, just aesthetically it is
not enough magic for you.
Very plain. It does just look like
a whole wheat bagel. Yeah, that's a good point.
Like looking at the plate of just the breads without any of the sauces, it is very brown.
Yeah.
Um,
You got a problem with brown now?
no, but just, there's not much going on visually,
Okay.
I guess. And, you eat with your eyes first.
That's true. The other thing is that the slices of bread, I gave you the two butts of the bread because I froze the rest. So they're very much like the dimensions of a normal slice of toast. And they are 30 calories each and 3 grams of protein. So information for you to have in the future as you utilize those from our freezer.
Thank you.
Of course, of course. All right, well, that's it for today. I hope you found this information helpful in terms of deciding whether to purchase the Royo bagels or not.